What's good, Barbara D? Me and you in the building. Hold on, Barbara. What's up? It's me and you alone because I messed up and put this thing for an hour later. There you go. Man, I got this people buzzing in my ear right now. Forgive me if it doesn't take me a couple minutes to get my bearings because outside I have the lawn people doing my lawn. So bunch of buzzing in my ear right now. So anyway, I'm sorry. I did originally put this for what's going on, Banks? Bank Hayes. I accidentally made this put this up for 9 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock. Give me a couple minutes until this guy gets out of my ear with this leaf blower. What's going on, Antonio Chia? Nuke the Duke. What's going on, man? How you feeling? I'm good, brother. Man, I've had a good day, man. Hey, Lee Vincent, shout out to England, man. Shout out to England. James Queen, man, what's going on with you, sir? Antoine Hopkins, Phenom, my guy. What's going on, Antoine? DJ Moses in the building. Say, good morning, OG. It's another blessed day of boxing talk. Yeah, it'll be fun, man. Mark Booker said, the legendary Phenom, salute my shy brother. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to the shy. Shout out to you. Shout out to the shy. What's going on? Do you think Crawford's going to win against Canelo? I don't know. I don't think it. To me, it really doesn't matter, bro. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I'm putting this shit in historical context today. I'm gonna put this stuff in historical context today. Put in a 1 in the chat if you know. Hold on 1 second, man. Hold on 1 second. I gotta fix something. All right, that works. I'll go with that one. What's going on, Branson? Good morning. Good morning. What's going on, Ray Patterson? I'm chilling, brother. You know, I'm about to start some nonsense today because I have a proposition for you guys. Benzel Shivers Hunter. I got a really good friend by the last name of Shivers. A real good friend named last name Shivers. She used to be a good friend. Haven't talked to her in years. Good morning, brother. Blessing. Smash the like button. Team Spence all day. Yeah, man. Look, what happened to Tank? What happened to Tank? No, it's his decision day. He got a court hearing today. It's the 29th. So I'm not going to do a video about him having a court hearing today, but he has a court hearing today on that arrest that happened a couple of weeks ago. So by the end of the day, we should know what's going on with Gervonta. But seeing as it was something where he got released on $100 on $1,000 bond, I don't really think anything is going to come of that, man. What's up, Fanon? I'm trying to told you. Shout out to Giovanni Walker, man. Divine wisdom in the building. What's going on? Finnegan's channel. Good morning. It's been a while since I've seen you, big bro. Always love the content. Thank you, Mr. Finnegan. Shout out to Finnegan's channel. Yeah, man. Look, I want to put a proposition forward to you. And it's that Errol Spence Jr. is going to get the last laugh on Terence Crawford. I'm making a prediction, and you guys are not going to like some of y'all are going to like my prediction. But seriously, man. Do you remember back in the 1980s when there were two baseball players that were always compared to each other? You had one that was older and one that was slightly younger. You had a guy that was named Barry Bonds, and you had Ken Griffey Jr. Tell me if you guys, any of you younger folk that don't remember Ken Griffey Jr. and Barry Bonds, you would know that Ken Griffey Jr. was like the hottest prospect, baseball prospect that there was in baseball. He was the son of, and was the first father-son to hit home runs in the same game. But anyways, Ken Griffey Jr. In my age range, Ken Griffey Jr. was the best athlete, baseball player in my age range, right? And a Hall of Fame, the kid, and a Hall of Fame level player. At the same time, there was Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds, no. Divine wisdom. It was not injuries that plagued him. It was age that plagued him. It was wear and tear on his body that plagued him. But you know why that happened? That's because he's been playing baseball from a very young age. But what happened to Barry Bonds? Barry Bonds hooked up with Victor Conti. And all of a sudden, Barry Bonds became this incredible base. He was already an incredible baseball. Look, man, somebody throw Stan Martin out of here? My brother's name. Look, Opio, bro. Let me tell you something, dog. What do you call your things? Your anagrams don't work, bro. You want to say Stan because my brother-in-law is Stan, and my name is Martin, so you want to use the name Martin. Look, Opio, or any of you peon niggas that know me, that want to try to intimidate me or let me know that you know this person or that person, like try to give little hints and shit. Bro, I don't care nothing about that stuff. Okay? I'm just telling you, I don't care anything about it. You guys can continue to try to do that stuff, bro. It doesn't, it doesn't matter, bro. Okay? Seriously. You can't let me know you know my brother-in-law's name with my name connected. I don't care that you know who I am. I don't care about any of that stuff, man. It's a family member. It's this cornball dude named Opio, bro. I know exactly who it is. It's this cornball dude named Opio that thinks he's some big power player, and he's not some big power player, okay? But he wants to act like, oh, let me try to, bro, I've been going through this dumb shit my entire life, bro. Okay? I've been the object of people doing stupid shit like that for 56 years. None of you do. You guys are running the same playbook that people tried to run on me when I was 12 years old, bro. Okay? Trying to hit me with a bunch. My whole life has been that, buddy. You got to get a new playbook, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm going to waste my time. I'll waste my time because I'm waiting for 200 people to come in. Anyway, Barry Bonds is a disgrace in boxing right now, in baseball, because Victor Conti eventually snitched on him. And the one thing that Terence Crawford has to worry about is eventually Victor Conti is going to snitch on you, Terence. And when Victor snitches on you, like he snitched on Shane Mosley, and like he snitched on Barry Bonds, like he snitched on Marion Jones, like he snitched on Marion Jones' ex-husband, like all those other people that he snitched on when the time came, Terence Crawford, he's probably going to snitch on you. Because the thing is that they didn't even know that what they were doing was illegal. He told them it was all legal. And only when it became illegal and he got caught up did he snitch on all you. So right now, I'm telling you, as a matter of integrity, Terence Crawford is never going to make it on integrity. Okay? Because Terence Crawford doesn't have a lot of integrity. Errol Spence Jr. has integrity. Watch this. Barry Bonds does not have integrity because everybody thinks he's a cheater, even though he never popped dirty. People think that Barry Bonds is a cheater, and you know why they think it? Because he turned into a head. His head grew till it was this fucking big. His back got gigantic. His arms got gigantic. And all of a sudden, he who was an incredibly fast, all of a sudden he changed his whole game from being somebody that was fast, very quick, a good hitter, getting on base, to turning into all of a sudden he's Josh Gibson. All of a sudden he's Josh Gibson. So what I'm telling you, Terence, is that what you're doing is going to affect what people think of you in the long run. When people for years and years and years just say, yeah, we knew he was on steroids, it's going to erase everything that you did. Everything that you did is going to be erased, but everything Errol did is going to be there. As soon as Victor Conti snitches, as soon as Victor Conti lies, it's not what you can prove. What do you mean it's what you can prove? It's not what you can prove. Barry Bonds is not in the Hall of Fame, even though he never popped dirty. No, it's what people think of you that matters. You guys want to hide behind this idea that you're in a court of law or something. In the court of law, you need proof. In the court of public opinion, you don't need proof. You just need to have reasonable belief. That's what you do with regular people. You guys do not impose legal standards into regular people's things. What do you mean, no proof again? You get out of here, man. You're not in the court of law, dude. I don't know why you want to say no proof. You're not in the court of law. You need proof if you're sitting in front of a judge. The state needs proof. If the state is trying to put you in jail, the state needs proof. If they're going to allow you to be paid off of a civil suit, that's when you talk about proof. When you're talking about public perception, you're talking about public perception. When you're talking about what the public think, you're talking about public perception. That's why you guys spend so much time lying to people all the time, because you know that public perception is what matters. That's why you guys lie about how much money you're paying people, because you know that public perception is what matters. Ask yourself, why do they keep lying about how much money they're paying people? These people look at how big the lie they're telling, that Alexander Usyk was paid $150 million for his fight with Daniel Dubois. They said he got paid $150 million for that fight. If any one of you believe that Alexander Usyk got $150 million for that fight with Daniel Dubois, man, you are out of your goddamn mind. Okay? They are lying about how much money they're paying. These people are lying about how much money they're making. They're just lying about that shit. $150 million for Alexander Usyk, for Daniel Dubois. Stop. You're just trying to make yourself look big. You're trying to make everything look huge so everybody will come to you. You guys have no integrity, man. No integrity. No desire to let people understand what the truth is. You guys believe, do you think people really believe $150 million for the Daniel Dubois fight? What world? They didn't generate 10. They didn't generate 10. And Phoenix said, I don't give a fuck what people think. That's the Italian way. Some people won't like you, and I will never give a fuck. Exactly. All love from your boy Finnegan. I don't hate. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Oh, I think I got a super chat. Yay. Nuke the Duke said Victor Conti had Barry looking like Bane. Yeah, that's what Bud looks like. Man, look at Bud. Look at Bud. Just look at him. Look at his body. Look at him. Yeah, exactly, babe. Said men these days have zero accountability. Fanon never boxed, don't know nothing about boxing. I boxed. What are you talking about? Fuck you mean I talk about? I know boxing. I boxed. What you mean I never boxed? I boxed. What do you mean? I'll box your head, nigga. What you mean? I boxed a whole bunch of niggas up. Bud was swollen up just a bit. Yeah. Bud is swollen up just a bit. Yeah, just a bit. Like 30 pounds of swelling up, bro. Look, steroids is what allowed people to do that. Okay? Let me just be very, very straight about you. You have to cheat at 37 years old to put on 20 pounds of muscle. Okay? There's no exercise regimen that's going to do that for you, man. All right? Testosterone replacement therapy, that is the type of shit that is going to get you to be able to be that big, that strong. And there's a difference, right? Thank you, said, congratulations on the channel's growth. I see new subscribers in the chat. Yeah, we're doing all right because I'm doing shorts. Yeah, I started doing shorts again. The only real way to grow your subscribers is these damn shorts. Oh, but thank you, Barbara D. I appreciate you. Yeah. We got a little boost. We got over 150. So yeah, it was nice, man. It's crazy that whole camp knows Bud cheating. Look, all you have to do is eat pizza, Little Debbie's. I did it, so I know. Yeah, I'm sure he's on a Little Debbie diet. But seriously though, over time, integrity is what pays, Martin. I mean, people, integrity is what pays. Fanon, you notice Clarissa's breast got small since she's with Snack. Look, man, I don't trust nobody in that snack crew. And you can say what you want to say. I know there are people that are getting money from snack because they're taking advertising deals for snack. But anybody that works with Victor Conti, I will definitely tell him, sir, steroids are no good. TRT is different if you're older or you have a side effect of meds that lower your T levels. Yes, sir. I'm just saying that's how I know I can start gaining more muscle. Is if I got on testosterone replacement therapy, because my testosterone levels have dropped, as you can tell by my absolutely no hair on my head. You know what's going on, James Gaines? But for real, it's integrity, man. Like let's talk about Blue Blood for a second, okay? I got the last laugh on Blue Blood. I got the last laugh on Bill Haney. I got the last laugh on all you dudes, and you know why that is? Because you can like what I say or dislike what I say, but I keep my integrity, man. I kept my integrity. You know that if you're getting something from me, that it's going to be something from me, that it's going to be something that I truly believe, and it's going to be consistent. You can say that I'm the worst person in the world for blowing down Terence Crawford on this bullshit about this snack shit and the fact that he looks like a linebacker all the damn sudden. But he's been gradually doing that. But Blue Bloods, you can't trust anything he says. He'll say something on Monday and it's subject to change on Tuesday. And then on Tuesday, what he said on Tuesday is subject to change on Wednesday. Same thing with Bud. Bud can say one thing, and one thing in what he says on day one ain't worth shit because he'll say something different on day two. And then what did he do with all that bullshit with Errol Spence Jr. and dragging him out and playing all those games, bro? What did he do? He showed lack of integrity. He's in a negotiation with Errol Spence Jr. He doesn't tell Errol that he's negotiating with somebody else. Then he pulls out on Errol in the last minute and gets a tune-up fight for himself while Errol has to wait longer. That's lack, and you know that's what you're doing. No, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Fanon, how did his body look in the last fight? He came into the fight. He came in fight night around 170 pounds. Look, he's going to have had one fight in 2 years. 154 is just a transition to 168. He just went up a weight class. He didn't cut weight. And then boom, 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 boom. He's been elevating for the last year, man. He's been look, I know Terence Crawford, Snack, he most definitely cheated Errol. I definitely believe he cheated Errol. Absolutely. He took every positive. Terence Crawford took every possible advantage he could possibly get in that fight. It was so over the fucking top, or he said he's going to take his ball and go home. Errol is a man of integrity, kept his word to the fans and fought him, didn't back out of the fight, didn't do any of that stuff. Went and got his payday. Terence Crawford says he's going to fight for the WBO, doesn't fight for the WBO, fights for the WBA. I mean, come on, man. Let's look at what we're looking at. This man is going up from 135 to 168, man. 135 to 168. He was at 135 in his late 20s. He was at 135 in his late 20s. He can make 135 in his late 20s. So here's my thing. If he's not a 135 pounder, how was he getting down to 135 pounds? You got to pick it up. You got to pick one. Either he is a big enough a dude to get to 168, or, right, he's either a real big dude that should have been able to get to 168 and he was using some shit to get him down to 135, or he never belonged at 135, or he was never belonged at 135 and or he was belonging at 135 and he used some shit to get bigger. Which one is it? Was he draining himself down to a smaller weight class by dropping 20 pounds? If he's walking around at 170, how's he getting down to 135 if he's somebody who walks around at 170? You see what I'm saying? Either way you go, that span of weight, when you're talking, and guess what? You're talking about somebody that doesn't have any body fat on him, because Terence doesn't have any body fat on him. He didn't have any body fat on him. He didn't have any body fat on him at 135. He hardly had any body fat on him at 147. He doesn't have any body fat on him in 154. Nuke the Duke said Balco is snack. Balco is snack is Balco. Balco is snack. Yeah, I agree. If you send Victor your blood, you're cheating. I'm telling you, man. Oh, by the way, man, thank you for that comment yesterday, Jay Henderson. You're 100% right yesterday when you said that. Some people are so connected that even connected people don't want to connect with you. And that's why I'm going to speak more freely now. By the way, hey, in EJ, no sugar and lots of salads with protein. Yeah. Hey, man, no sugar and lots of salad with protein. That's how you cut your weight down. I don't believe. Let me just tell you something. I don't believe Bud. Okay? I'm flat out telling you, I don't believe Bud. You can say you believe Bud. I don't believe Bud. Bud was either doing something funny to get down to 135, or he was doing something funny to get up to 168, or both. Bud is not a big guy. He's a small guy. He should not be. He's not a guy that walks around at 180 pounds. No, he doesn't. He's not a 180 pounder. But guess what? Muscle weighs more than fat. He's putting on muscle. He's not putting on fat. He's not putting on water. He's putting on muscle. You see him flexing all the time. As a matter of fact, these dudes turn all of a sudden, they looking like bodybuilders, man. No, he's like 5'8". He may be, he's like 5'7", 5'8". He's not a 180-pound man. He's not. He should be walking around somewhere around 155, 160. He's a small guy. He's not a big guy. Anyway, like I said, I'm telling you, Errol Spence Jr. is going to get the last laugh because he's going to end his career with everybody in his fan base knowing that he was a legit guy and he was not a cheater, bro. You know, what happened to Ben Johnson? Ben Johnson's career, Ben Johnson is one of the fastest men to ever walk the face of earth. What happens? Boom. Pop's dirty, whole career's done. I said the same thing about the Errol fight. Look, about the Errol fight, look, you know how it is. At his age, we said at his younger age, 135, he may have walked around at 155, the highest. I started boxing late at age 24 and made it to 199 in 6 months. No, hold on. You at 140 and made it to 190. No, hell no. You no way. Dude, no fucking way. No way. Are you going to get, that's 30 pounds of muscle because Bud doesn't walk around with any fat on him. No. There was no fat on Bud at 150. Bud's not fat. Listen, Bud is not fat, bro. You're not talking about somebody that walks around looking like Errol Spence was looking in between fights. I saw Errol Spence Jr. look fat in between fights. Terence Crawford does not is in the gym all the time. He's in the gym all the time. So if he's walking around 155, he's walking around 155 or 160 of muscle. So how in the world did he get from walking around at 160 of muscle where you can cut some water down, get down to 135, something like that? How do you get to where you're walking around at 180 pounds of muscle? You've got to put on 20 pounds of muscle no matter what you do. He put on 20 pounds of muscle after the age of 30. Dude, that is poster boy juice. It's poster boy juice because guess what? He can't just sit there and lift weights all damn day. He's actually got to train to fight. He's got to run. He's got to do all kind of other shit. He's got to burn calories. This dude is building muscle and burning fat at the same time at an unprecedented rate, bro. Come on, bro. Hey, Nuke said Ben Johnson was a clown. He had to race horses. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You know how much calories and creatine you have to consume to jump that high in 6 months? It's not good for your health. No, it's not. Man, they try to put my son on that. What are you talking about? You can tell me I've never played sports. Bro, I played college. I ran track in college, Buster. Thank you very much. I played, and guess what else? I am a very adequate martial artist who will more than likely fuck you up if you want to fight me. I was a very, very good athlete, man. I'm 6'1", 190, Bud. Bud weigh when I'm weighing. Exactly. Like, get out of here, bro. 6'1", 190, and Bud is weighing what a 6'1", 190 dude is weighing. Get out of here, bro. You can tell I never played sports, huh? He almost made that man retire. Let me tell you something. All you Bud fans, all 12 of you niggas. Bud, I think I'm more popular than you, Bud. Hey, Bud, they buy all your views, Bud. They buy all your views, Bud. Your fights all flop, Bud. Okay, Bud? Your fights flop. You're a make-believe, bro. You're a very, very good fighter without a doubt, bro. But you probably, without that shit you do, you'd be a very, very good fighter at 135 and 147. Your ass wouldn't be going to 154. You wouldn't go to 160. Because as Errol said, bro, you used to be too light in the ass. All of a sudden, somebody that was hop keto and Aikido. Hop keto and all keto. Hop keto and Aikido. And also, I just fight. And also, I can just throw hands. Thank you very much. And yes, I used to box. You know the type of boxing we used to do? We used to do backyard boxing. Where you know what backyard boxing is? Backyard boxing is when you actually fight somebody for real. So let me tell you what you guys don't do. You all want to pull out your guns no matter what happens. Back in the day, I used to actually have to fight. So if there was a kid that was older than me that wanted to talk crap, I used to actually have to fight that kid. Okay? I used to actually have to fight. I used to have to deal with somebody's body size with punches being thrown at me, them trying to wrestle me, and I did it more times than I dare to count. So let me tell you, I don't have to go to a boxing ring to know how to fight. I know how to fight because I didn't get taught how to fight. I was fighting before I ever was taught how to fight. So let me tell you for sure, I will bust your shit up. Believe it. You know what I'm saying? I will. He said, okay, you're the real deal. I mean, Hapkido is defensive. So most part of it is I know how not to get in fights. But I absolutely can fight, bro. I'm very, very heavy-handed. I've been in a bunch of fights for real. Slap box them to distance. Oh, hell yeah. We used to slap box all the time. Me and my brother used to slap box. I used to slap box with my boys. I'm the king of slap boxing, dog. Trust me, I had big niggas wanting to fight me over slap boxing. I'll pop you in your shit with some slap boxing. Seriously, I will slap the shit out you with some slap boxing. It's so true, Fanon. I agree. Like Crawford is a fighter, but totally agree. Not, and maybe because he's a retired nurse barber now, Terence Crawford is doing and taking some type of supplement. Errol beat Ugas and called out Bud on Saturday, and Bud ran straight to snack on Monday, literally. Bro, but we all know what Bud did, bro. We know what you did, Bud. And now you're trying to do it to Canelo. At the end of the day, hey, Phoenix has said Rollo was the undisputed champ of slap boxing. I want to get back talking to Bud because I know you're listening, Bud. Bud, we know what you're doing, Bud. Okay? We know what you're doing. And by the way, we'll get receipts, just so you know, Bud. So absolutely, I know full well, I know in my heart you on some Fugazi shit, bro. Okay? And guess what? All of this positive promotion that you're doing for Terence Canelo and all that shit, it's not even going to sell tickets, man. Hell yeah, Bud is listening. Bud be mad as shit at me, dog. Hey, but Bud, you got real mad before, bro, but you found out, didn't you, Bud? Bud found out those. That's why Bud don't say my name no more. Bud was cautioned. Bud, you should keep his name out your mouth, Bud. Because you said something about my mama, Bud. I'm going to tell you something right now about my mama. Nobody has been stupid enough to say anything about my mama. Nobody has really been stupid enough in my life to say something about my mama. And because I'm telling you, if you think I'm savage about my mama, you have no idea about my brothers and my cousins and her family and how savage they are about her. Okay? No, I'm not hurt at all, Antoine's. I'm hurt because I used to be a supporter of Bud Crawford. and Bud Crawford wound up being everything that this man said. No. You know why I'm upset with Bud? Because I lost a debate. I lost a debate with Fahim Sator because I used to be a big supporter of Bud. I was a big supporter of Bud. Despite what all you clowns want to say, I was one of the biggest supporters of Bud that there was on the internet. When Bud was fighting Julius Ndungo, when Bud was fighting Hank Lundy, when he was fighting Victor Postal, I was one of the biggest supporters of Bud Crawford that there was on the internet. Believe it. We supported Bud very heavily. And I'm telling you, when I say I supported, I mean my family supported Bud. I mean we support Bud. You know why? Because we run the Midwest. We run the Midwest. We were big supporters of Terence Crawford, believed in Terence Crawford. I supported him. Fahim Sator kept telling me that that Bud is fugazi. Bud is full of shit. Bud is full of shit. Bud is full of shit. And me and Fahim had arguments about Bud being full of shit and all the crap he was on. And guess what? I was proven wrong, and Fahim Sator was proven right. But unlike you guys, who no matter whether or not you're proven right or not, you stay on the same point. I was proven wrong about Bud, so now I'm going to go full speed about it. Deani up next, bro. You're all cap. If that's what you say, bro, Terence's bots, your bots don't mean shit, bro. Your bots don't mean nothing. Nobody believes you, Bud. Nobody but them white boys whose ass you stick your head up believe you, Bud. Got that? No real black folks support you, bro. Everybody knows you fugazi as fuck, dude. No real black people support you at all. I don't need your dirty test. I don't need a dirty test. You think I need a dirty test to know something who the nigga is that stole some shit out of my house? Where's the police report? Where's the tape? Nigga, I don't need to know. I know who stuck their hand in my house. And I don't have to wait around for you to get caught because your guy said you can't get caught. Dude, you are a bot, nigga. You never come around. Watch this. Kyron Brandon, you are a bot, bro. You have never been here before. I'm on this show every day, bro. I know a bot because a bot is somebody that comes by for the first time and acts like they're familiar with me. See you later, bro. See you later. I'm just not going to sit on the wrong side of this shit. Okay? I was on Bud's side for years. Bud's side for years. Years. Only thing I ever did with Bud was I said I think Errol Spence can beat him. That's why Bud got all in his feelings, because Bud's an egomaniac, man. Bud knows my brother. My brother visited that nigga. Visited him. He knows who I am. He knows it. Yeah, exactly. Bud, you need more people. Bud, you need more people. What's up, Val Wagner? So I'm going to say it again, bro. Errol's going to get the last laugh on you, bro, because everybody knows you on some shit, bro. Everybody knows it, bro. So let me put it this way, so you know I'm clear. Everybody suspects it, bro. You work with Victor Conti, and you just put on 20 pounds of fucking muscle, bro. You spent one fight at 154. You are basically going from 147 to 168 in one fight, bro, and you're putting on 20 pounds of bulk to do it. Bro, that is not natural, dog. You are 37 years old, dog. That's not natural, dog. Your shit, you know, let me tell you, you know what your body looks like to me? Your body looks like James Prince's hair. And I don't mean to insult James Prince, but you look like James Prince's hair to me. I am younger than James Prince, and James Prince ain't got no gray in his beard or his mustache. James Prince, much respect to you, brother, but I know your color in your hair. Okay? You know why I know that? Because every man his age that's been through the things that he's been through got some gray hair in his head. Okay? That's just how it works. You know that somebody over 60 years old is going to have some gray in his hair. When you see Steve Harvey with a mustache and that mustache is black, that's because he dyed that fucking mustache. You know what I'm saying? Brad Julio, hey, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna waste your time. Clap. Watch this. Just clap, you clowns. He said, exactly. That's not natural. We train here in Tampa. The test boost won't do that. No joke, bro. Nobody believes you, bud. This is not the fight of the century, bud. It's the battle of cheaters is what it is. Either, bud, and I'm going to call you, let me tell you, I'm calling you a cheater, bud, because of your gloves. I already know you're a cheater, bud, because your gloves blew up in the ring. I know you're a cheater. If you cheat in one thing, you'll cheat in another way. You literally had to have 2 sets of gloves replaced against Israel Madmarov. And then you had to fight in Israel's glove, and all of a sudden your knockout, when you wanted to press the gas, the knockout didn't come. Okay? So you also fought David Avanesyan. And David Avanesyan, you literally knocked him out with your gloves having puff and shit flying out the glove. Now you think, fuck you, I'm talking about, yeah. What do you mean a black man talking about a black man? Get your bitch ass out of here. First of all, I'm a black man, and the only thing I owe you black folk is to not mistreat you. What do you think I'm supposed to be, a step and fetch for Bud? Since when don't black people can criticize black people? When the fuck does Bud? Somebody explain to me when black people were not allowed to criticize other black people. I've heard every black person that has ever been a revolutionary has been criticized by a bunch of black people. Every single time a black person does anything a black person criticizes. Why can't you criticize somebody if they're black? Why? Criticizing them is not the same thing as mistreating them. I criticize my son and he's black. I can't criticize my son because he's black. What do you mean? If a black police officer arrests me unjustified, I can't complain because he's black? Huh? Look, your Black Power Ranger shit don't work over here, bro, because we're real black people, bro. We're real black people, dog. And we're not fake, phony-ass niggas that want to pull black power out as a defense to a coon, okay? You tell me how many black people Bud talks to on a regular basis. How many that don't work for him? How many people that ain't his friends? Get out of here, man. He didn't even want it. Bud didn't want to talk bad as fuck about Al Heyman. Al Heyman's a black person. What happened to that shit? Come on, man. They're Black Power Rangers, bro. They only come around. They're only Black Power with black people. Let me tell you what they are. They're Black Power Rangers because they only talk Black Power to black people. We want to talk Black Power. Go talk Black Power to white people. Go tell some white people to stop criticizing black people. Don't go tell black people to stop criticizing black people because we need to criticize each other. You know why? Because we do a lot of dumb shit as a people. We need to talk to each other and share with each other how to make improvements in our life. So me, for example, I'm going to try to help Bud out. Bud, you look like you're juicing. If you're not juicing, get rid of Victor Conti and you will get rid of half the suspicion. If you don't want people to think that you're juicing, Bud, fire Victor Conti. Don't let Victor Conti do your strength and conditioning. Fire him. Bud, take Snack off and fire him. Because I don't know if you knew it or not, but he worked with Barry Bonds. You look like fucking Barry Bonds. Okay? I don't know if you know this, Bud, but Shane Mosley said that Victor Conti made him cheat without him even knowing he was cheating. But yet you're going to go with him? Come on, Bud. You look like a cheater. And we know you niggas is out here cheating. Okay? I look mixed. What difference does that make if I look mixed or not? What does it mean I am mixed? I'm mixed with some fuck and you. Let me tell you what I'm mixed with. Fuck and you. That's what I'm mixed with. Your mama's juicing, nigga. I'm juicing, all right. Off your mama's titties, nigga. That's the juice. Anyway, see you later. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here, man. Exactly. Who isn't mixed? No, I'm nigga Joe, I'll tell you though, for real. In certain sections of the world, bro, I would be white. No matter what the color of my skin is, bro. If I was there, I'd be right where with those people. Once a hater, always a hater. I'm telling you, man, you want to talk about I'm mixed. Yeah, so what? So what if I'm mixed? Does that mean something? I'm black in America. I know where I am. I'm black. Exactly. Mixed or not, bud, dirty as shit. They lost all common sense today. That's because they're mad that I'm doing this to them. Look, let me tell you something. I'm bigger than showbiz. I'm bigger than showbiz. I'm more influential than showbiz, the adult. Yes, I am. You can, because you know why? Because I don't have to buy views, bro. And the actual people that listen to me are people that are actual decision makers in the world, bro. Okay? You have any idea how many feds I got listening to me? You have any idea how many lawyers that I have that listen to me on a daily basis? You have any idea how many educated policemen, sheriffs listen to me on a regular basis? See, you think because you buy a bunch of bots and you get a bunch of clowns that listen to you, that means you're influential. I know for sure Turkey Al-Sheikh listens to me because Turkey Al-Sheikh is the one behind that spit bucket shit. I made these niggas so mad because I busted their fucking bubble on Twitter that they went and got Spit Bucket Podcast of all people to try to debate me about what I said. And they did the usual bullshit by trying to claim that I was a hypocrite. And no, I was not a hypocrite. What I said is, you don't know about Errol Spence because all Errol Spence had was puffy fucking nipples. All he had was puffy nipples, and he was 15 years old. And all you Terence Crawford fans were calling this nigga a juicer because you had a picture of him with puffy nipples when he was 15. And what I said was, nah, you can suspect it just like I suspected of Terence. I don't know that Terence Crawford, whether or not Terence Crawford is using or what he's using or not using. I don't know for sure. But if he's not, he must be second cousins to a gorilla. I mean, all I know is Terence Crawford needs to get checked because I think that nigga's 1/4 gorilla. I mean, like literally 1/4 gorilla because it must be his tendons and shit that is causing the weight. It's like his tendons got heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's like his tendons got heavier and all of a sudden, and he can grow muscles and shit because his gorilla kicked in. You know what? Was it his gorilla that kicked in that allows him to put on muscle at 30 years old? Get out of here, bro. Look, you guys have to get over something. You have to get over Terence Crawford beating Errol Spence. I am over Terence Crawford beating Errol Spence. They said, Barbers listen to you too. Thank you, Nuke the Duke. Dude, I am over that. Do you guys think forever that people are you're just going to be able to use the same excuse for 5, 6, 7 years, bro? Really? You're just mad that Margarito lost. You're just mad that Cotto lost to Margarito. Dude, that happened 15 years ago. No, I'm not, bro. My fighters lose all the time. I'm not like y'all. No. He said, hey, that 2% silverback genetics kicked in. Yeah. I mean, for real, they need to check that nigga for gorilla. Like, for real, because that man might be a gorilla. I have no idea how he can put that much muscle on like that. Dude, he doesn't, when did he test positive? I don't know when he tested positive. Get out of here, bro. He's not going to test positive because Victor Conte's fighters don't test positive. Hey, when did Barry Bonds test positive? When did Barry Bonds test positive? When did Marion Jones test positive? Let me get this back again. When did Barry Bonds test positive? When did Tim Montgomery test positive? When did Marion Jones test positive? I'm pretty sure that Marion Jones got her shit snatched because Victor Conte snitched on her. I don't think it was a drug test. I think she got her shit snatched because she got snitched out by Victor Conte. You're not going to test positive if you're with Victor Conti. You can't use passing a test as evidence that Victor Conti didn't cheat, because Victor Conti can cheat the tests. Victor Conti admitted that he can pass the test, and yet it's still illegal. So stop asking me for a positive test that will never come about. The positive test will never come about. So you can only look at Victor Conti fighters and look, hey, what happened with these other fighters? You know what I knew about Marion Jones? And I ain't gonna lie, I love Marion Jones. I love Marion Jones. I know Marion Jones is a great athlete. But I knew that she was on something. First of all, because she's in track and field and everybody's on it. But secondly, because she could jump so far with such bad technique. Like, I'm a long jumper and I know good technique and bad technique. Marion Jones I don't think Marion Jones had good technique. She was just incredibly fast, incredibly strong, and it's going to push her out 22 feet, which is a hell of a long way to jump for a woman. Like, great athlete. She did not intentionally juice. She got that shit put on her by Victor Conti. He said, obviously they don't comprehend well. Weed smokers don't hang with rockheads. Why is Bud running with known cheaters? Devin, another one. I'm telling you, like, how are you expecting anybody to ever get caught if Victor Conti says that he can make people pass the test? That's telling you that he can do it and other people can do it too. So your drug testing in boxing isn't worth shit. It's not. You know what it's worth? It's only thing that shit appears to me to be worth is getting Victor Conti paid and making sure that Victor Conti and fighters with Victor Conti do not test positive. 2 Cents said, I jumped 19 feet in high school. Shit. That's shit. That's longer than most boys. Damn. You jumped 19 feet? That's far as shit. You must have been a basketball player or something. That's a great athlete right there. 19 feet? Most high school boys can't do 19 feet. Most high school boy long jumpers cannot go 19 feet. Shane Mosley never tested positive. Barry Bonds never tested. Most of his clients never tested. Most of his clients test positive when they leave him. Exactly. They're going to pop dirty after they leave him, which is why Bud ain't finna leave him. Osmosis Warrington said, rational men believe you. Emotional fanboys glaze are upset. 3 times the nigga's glove busted open far back as Jeff Horn. Why get the biggest drug cheat ever if you're going to be clean? I haven't skipped any super chats. I just haven't gone back to them. Boots versus Boo Boo and Bud. He resigned to Hearns. Boots and another Boo Boo and Bud. Well, look, man, I got my personal opinion on him resigning, on Boots resigning. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Because you know why I say I'm okay with it? Because from the point of view of Bozy Ennis and Jaron Ennis, Eddie Hearn kept his promises to Jaron Ennis. He kept his promises to Jaron Ennis. So the fact that because he kept him active, he gave him fights in his hometown, he kept his word to him. He kept his word to him. So is he another Boo Boo and Bud? He very well may be. But I think that at least he's not a Boo Boo, though. I think Boots will fight Xander Zayas next. Man, who's with Xander Zayas? Xander's with Top Rank, isn't he? I don't know. It's just funny. I don't know, man. I don't want to judge him too hard. We'll see how it plays out. I had a suspicion that that's what he was going to do, but we'll see how it plays out. We'll just see how it plays out. Yes, sir. Much love in that super chat. Thank you, brother. Boots would have to move to. He's already moving to 154. Yeah, he may get some more Euro bums. I mean, he'll get some Euro bums. Top Rank, he ain't fighting Boots. Yeah, there you go. Top Rank won't put him in there with Boots. I mean, honestly, man, I think the PBC, we'll see how things play out, bro. We'll see how things play out. Xander will whoop Boots, man. Xander Zai is going to get his ass knocked out in about 6 rounds by Boots. Man, Jaron Ennis is the shit, bro. Xander Zayas ain't going to do shit with Jaron Ennis but get his ass knocked out. No joke. Xander Zayas ain't going to do shit with Jaron Ennis but get knocked out. Get beat up and dropped out, bro. Let me tell you, no, Xander is not whooping Boots. Xander's going to get his ass beat half to death by Boots. Don't you fucking play. No, I'm just telling you, say Xander Zayas is a good job here for Insomnia. Xander Zayas does not want any. You should keep him away from Boots. Boots will maul his ass, bro. Dog, Boots is gonna maul him. Boots is gonna maul fucking Virgil Ortiz. I don't have to tell you who the best fighter he beats is. I don't do that shit, bro. I don't. Let me tell you. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm gonna try to have a good tone. I know boxing well enough where I don't have to do that shit with who did he beat. Okay? I'm telling you, I can see, you know what that comes from? That comes from people. Like, bro, you actually have to have a fight to be able to see somebody fight and know that dude can fight. Okay? That dude is not going to beat that dude. I can tell. He's not going to beat him. There's a, and I don't care just about basic skills. I'm telling you, Jaron Boots Ennis is going to beat the shit out of Xander Zayas. I don't care who he beat. You want to ask a better question. Who has beaten Boots? The answer is nobody has beaten Boots. Who's come close to beating Boots? Nobody. So you can't say who is Boots beaten. I'm not judging it based off who he's beaten. I'm basing it off of how I see him fight. I've seen Xander Zayas fight. Xander Zayas is going to get his ass swamped by Jaron Ennis. Hell no. Jaron Ennis is the real deal. I'm telling you, Jaron Ennis is the real fucking deal. 100% real deal. He can fight on the outside. He can fight mid-range. He can fight on the inside. He's going for the knockout. He's got big power in both hands. He's got great defense, great footwork. He comes from Philadelphia, which is like in the words of Greg Hackett, the only city that's compared to countries. Can you imagine the training and the sparring he's gotten in Philadelphia? That's a Philadelphia fighter born and raised in the greatest Philadelphia fighter we might have seen since Bernard Hopkins. Hell no. Xander Zayas ain't beating that boy, man. Hell no, Xander Zayas ain't beating that boy. That boy, I'm telling you, I'm not really tripping on who he signs to. That's not going to change my opinions of Boots. When they put a Boots fight on, I'm watching that shit. No matter who his promoter is. But, you know, I don't mind him being if the PBC did not give him an offer or did not give him an offer that he wanted, and he wanted to like say, hey, look, Eddie Hearn has at least kept his word to me. If you keep your word, if Eddie Hearn kept his word and abided by all of the terms of his contract, and he believes that his path forward is reasonable and Eddie Hearn is going to be behind him and not double team him. You know what I mean? I'm okay with it because that's a good business decision. Bud was trying to milk the shit out of Top Rank. Top Rank didn't want him at the end. Just crazy shit. But no, I'm going to get back on. But let me get back on this Bud shit. Because seriously, Bud is like a modern day Barry Bonds, bro. Bud is on Barry Bonds time. He's a great fighter that is jealous of other great fighters and is willing to cheat to put himself way above other people. And I'm telling you that I know he's willing to cheat based off of the fact that he cheated with his gloves. So when he cheats with his gloves, I'm not going to doubt that he'll cheat with something else. So even when you talk about Errol Spence Jr. and how do you know there was no test? There's plenty of tests on those gloves. Plenty of tests on those gloves that Bud wants to get in the ring with. It's a stay up guy. We support you 1,000. Glad someone exposing this illusion they're putting on. That's all it is. It's fucking make-believe for the cameras, bro. They're trying to create a superstar, just like they tried to create Devin. But Bud is too long in the tooth to create a superstar out of Bill. Oh, where is it? Where's the video? Where is it again? I forgot where you sent it. Was it, where did you send it? Oh, you sent it. Where'd you send it to, Cent? Cheating with the glove is misdirection because it can be seen by the public. No, I'm just telling you, dog, look, let me tell you something. Is it hurting you badly? Is it hurting you badly? AD, is it hurting you badly? How long do you think you can hold on to that shit, man? I'm going to remain telling you, bud, nobody gives a fuck about you beating Errol Spence Jr. no more, dude. It's been 2 years, bud. You can't hold on to those laurels anymore, bud. It's over with, bud. But you've already fought in the 154-pound division. You've been out of the 147-pound division for 2 years, dog. Stop trying to gloat over the fact that you beat Errol, bud. Okay? We know how this works, bro. Why hate Bud? I don't hate Bud. I don't like Bud because Bud talks crazy. I don't like Bud because Bud is disrespectful to me and Bud is disrespectful to other people. But that has nothing to do with the fact that I'm spitting facts. Is it? Show proof he cheated. I already did. He's got gloves, busted gloves. You go look for the busted gloves. And by the way, I'm not going to show you no proof. I'm not in the court of law. I'm not a lawyer. Dude, we are well past that. I don't give a shit that Errol Spence Jr. lost to Terence Crawford. Don't care at all. I didn't lose no money. I didn't lose any money on that fight because I didn't bet on that fight. I'm not upset. What I don't like. oh, hold on. Bud, you a bitch. Use your real name, nigga. Bud, use your real fucking name and come on the channel, bud. There's the link. Bud. Click the link, bro. Why you keep doing all this ghosting shit, dog? You're supposed to say, look, Bud snitched on himself. Show proof I cheated. Bud, I'll show you the proof that you cheated. In a fight versus David Abination, your gloves exploded all over the place. You cheated. Your gloves were old. Your gloves were busted. You hit David Abination with gloves that you know goddamn well you were not supposed to be wearing in that ring, bud. And I'll tell you that to your face. You know full well that normally people's boxing gloves, bud, do not blow up. Your gloves blew up in the back. Your gloves busted in the back against David Abination. And then you put on a second pair of gloves, and the second pair of gloves busted in the ring against David Abination for everybody to see. And then before the Ismail Madmarov fight, according to 2 Cent, you had gotten 2 pairs of gloves removed because they looked like they were going to bust, and they made you wear a pair of Ismail Madmarov's gloves. So that's the proof that you cheated, bud. That's the proof that you cheated. No, guess that is Bud. Fuck up out of here, nigga. Yes, that is Bud. Fuck out of here. That is Bud. He said, show me proof I cheated. Get out of here. Bud hates me too much not to be listening, bro. Yeah, the other team checked the gloves and they blew up. Yes. Yes. The other team checked the gloves and they blew up. Yes. The other team checked the gloves and the gloves still blew up. Yes. And guess what? The guy absolutely, gloves got busted. And when the gloves got busted, they got replaced twice. Dog, Antoine Mickens, this guy is delusional. Bro, that doesn't work anymore. Let me tell you what doesn't work, Bud and Bill. I'm a very big channel, Bud. I'm a very big channel, Bill. I just did a tweet that had about 200,000 views on Twitter, Bud and Bill. Okay? I am followed by Shakur Stevenson. I'm followed by Lou DiBella. I'm followed by Leonard Ellerby. I'm followed by a lot of very, very famous boxers. I am close friends, as close as I can be of a friend to a boxer, with the family of Tommy Hearns. Roberto Duran knows me. Sugar Ray Leonard knows me. Muhammad Ali's family knows me. They all know me. So you cannot trick people into thinking that people don't listen to me. Also, you can no longer claim that people are delusional and think that people are going to back you. You know why? Because you signed with Victor Conti and your gloves blew up in the ring. You can't just keep calling somebody delusional, thinking that you're going to gaslight somebody and think it's going to work. What you're trying to do with these bots in this live stream right now, Bud, Bill, is you're trying to gaslight me. The same way you've tried to gaslight me in the past, Bud, Bill. You have guys like Anton, who came on my channel yesterday and said that people, specifically guys like Ray Davis, go around threatening people that if they ever talk to me or come onto my show, that you're going to do something to them. That's why when I want to get interviews with people, or everybody acts like I don't exist, because even though I exist very large, it's because you little petty bullies are out there threatening people for listening to me. But you know why you have to threaten people for listening to me? Because you guys can't threaten me yourself, because you're a bunch of peons. Okay? Now, Bud, tell me we don't do what we do, Bud. You know who we are, Bud. You just think that you got somebody else that can help you out, Bud. You got nobody to help you out with me, Bud. So get your bots the fuck from around me, Bud. Got it, Bud? I'm not stupid, Bud. I know you listen to me, Bud. I know you listen to me, Bernie. Bernie the boxer hated on me, hated on me, hated on me, hated on me, but his ass would never come to the show to save his fucking life. He wouldn't come to the show. He'll go to any other, your boy Bernie, go to any and everybody else's channel except for me. And I asked Bernie to come on multiple times so I can understand what Bernie was talking about. But Bernie never wanted to come. You guys want to gaslight me. You want to get a bunch of bots up in my channel so everybody thinks I'm crazy. The only problem is, bro, I got so many wrenches in this chat that we can see your bot anytime it pops up. So the only effective bots you can have is somebody that's been around 6, 7, 8 months before they can say anything in the chat that won't get them blocked. I had to come up with this system because you guys would swarm me with so many bots that you would discourage anybody from wanting to talk to me. The same way you discourage people like Ray Davis is accused of doing by going to people and threatening them if they come on my show saying, you better be careful about the company you keep. Right? Let me tell you, none of you niggas can do nothing with me. None of you can do nothing with me. So what you do is you run around to other people that you think you can intimidate. That's why you went to Barbara D. They went there and did it. Yeah, they actually threatened subscribers. But Barbara D, what were they doing to you in your DM when certain people came and started getting all angry and hot at you, Barbara D? It's the same thing. If Barbara, they wouldn't have said anything to you, Barbara, if me and you were not cool. They wouldn't have said a word to you, bro. Trust you me. I've had people gaslighting my friends my entire life. You know why? Because of who I am. You have gaslighted my friends my entire life. You're not going to be able to gaslight my friends forever by telling them bad things about me, by calling me crazy, calling me a Nazi, calling me this, that, and the other. Okay? Yeah, they was trying to intimidate Barbara D. Yeah, Bud, damn, damn, Bud, 20 pounds in a few months and damn near 40 years old. Bud, you on juice. Keep your foot on their necks to Fanon. Expect, obviously, bro. It only happened 2 times in history in boxing where gloves actually bust open and they were heavyweights. Bud had it happen 2 times in the ring. Look, man, they get mad because they want to intimidate you. Because they think that let me tell you, there are multiple ways of intimidating you. If you're black, they're going to say, oh, you're hating on a black man. But it's okay for them to hate on Gervonta full time. Much love in that super chat, bro. But it's okay for you to hate on Gervonta Davis full time. Guess what I'm going to give you niggas? I'm going to give you a taste of your own medicine. That's what I'm doing to you. I'm giving you a taste of your own medicine by explaining to people exactly why it is very reasonable to suspect that Terence Crawford is juicing for this Canelo Alvarez fight. It is very reasonable to believe that Terence Crawford is trying to cheat Canelo Alvarez by juicing with Victor Conte because Victor Conte admitted that he can beat those tests. So it's only whether or not Terence and Victor want to cheat or not. Because if they feel like cheating, they can do it. Get it? If they feel like cheating, Terence Crawford and Victor Conte, if they felt like it, could put 20 pounds of muscle on Bud without having any tests go off. That's what Victor Conte admitted to. So since he admitted to that, we have to leave it to our trust of a known cheater and a known cheater that they won't cheat. How you like that explanation, Bud? Go buy Showbiz to get you out of that one. Hey, get some goofy bug-eyed nigga to go live at the same time as me and make everybody giggle and forget that you're cheaters. Let's remind you of this. Bud Crawford works with Victor Conte. Victor Conte is a known cheater. Bud is a known cheater. Bud cheated with his gloves. We know this because we saw it with our own eyes. And Victor Conte cheats because we heard it with his own ears. We heard him say it with our own ears. Okay? Cheater number one, who we saw with our eyes. Cheater number two. They worked together and put on 20 pounds of muscle in a year and a half. Put on 20 plus pounds of muscle in 2 years. Something that usually happens when somebody's juicing. But Bud's never failed a test. But what did Victor Conte say? Victor Conte says he can beat VADA testing. So Victor, a thief and a con man, because guess what? You're a thief when you steal people's accolades. You are. You're a thief too. When you put somebody, man, you tripping. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Leroy Carey. First of all, ain't nobody's fucking last name. Nobody's name is Leroy Carey. Yeah, exactly. He's a cheater and a snitch. So it's up to us just to trust Bud and to trust Victor Conte. Cardin said Bud hasn't tested since 2020 until now. That's how important it is to know that Victor Conte can beat that test. Victor Conte can beat the test, which means it's only whether or not we trust Victor Conte as to whether we trust the tests for Terence Crawford. We have to trust the word of Victor Conte. We have to trust the word of Bud. I'm not trusting you because we know the test won't catch you. We know the test can't catch you. And guess what? The only reason that the test can't catch you is because the test is designed so that you can't catch them. Exactly. He said it out. Sean Vitale got him to admit that he can cheat the testing. So that means we only have to take, we can't believe it. You can't believe it because Victor Conte can beat it. And he admitted he can beat it. But we have to rely on his good word. This nigga talked his way into a circle with let me tell you what Victor Conte is too. Victor Conte is stupid. Let me tell you something. Victor Conte is what did 78 Sports TV used to say about me all the time while he thought I didn't know he was fucking me over? Oh, dumb smart guy. That's what he used to call me all the time. Like these niggas used to think I was stupid and didn't know they was back talking me. because they would call me not so smart guy and smart dumb nigga. Yeah, he used to call me a smart dumb nigga all the time because I'm so smart, but I didn't know what was going on. So I was a dumb nigga. No, brother, I wasn't a dumb nigga. I was just letting you niggas do what you do. Didn't bother me, nigga, because I get, trust me, bro, I'm stacked. I'm stacked, bro. I don't need none of your shit. I'm stacked. I don't need no extra shit. I got so much shit that my shit causes me problems, bro. Man, I got so much shit that they can't even let me have my shit. It's how much shit I got. So look, not so smart guy. All you dudes are dumb, okay? Because you think you're smart. That's the problem. You think you're smart. No, I was just looking at you, listening to you. That doesn't mean I believe you. I've been around so many snakes and so many crooks in my life that I know what you do with snakes and crooks. You just keep your hands in your pockets, you keep your mouth shut, and you listen to what they have to say. And sooner or later, you're going to figure out their code, and they're going to turn around and tell on themselves. Like, what do you used to say? Hit a lick? That's the other shit. They used to say hit a lick. Hit a lick because they didn't think I knew what hit a lick was. And they would say not so smart guy and dumb smart guy. Because you didn't think I knew what you niggas was up to. Yes, I did. Basics of it, I understood exactly what you were doing. I knew exactly what you were doing. You guys are about to sell out. And I helped you sell out. I gave you a good idea that you sold out to Bill. And now you guys fell apart. And you niggas probably ain't even getting no more money out these niggas. You ruined what a beautiful situation you had dealing with Bill Haney and this lying ass shit. But anyway, back to why Victor Conte is stupid. Victor thought he could get on a call with manager Marty, and he thought that he could buzzword manager Marty. He could use all these fancy scientific terms, and then manager Marty wouldn't understand exactly what it was he was talking about. The problem was that manager Marty understood everything about it before manager Marty started talking to Victor Conte, and he got Victor Conte to talk for 3 hours. On a couple of different occasions, because this dude is trying to get himself out of something and thinking he can talk himself out of it. Bro, you cannot talk yourself out of this shit. The feds know you're cheating, Victor. You know why the feds know you're cheating? Because I'm saying you're cheating and the feds watch me. I've been on a watch list. I don't even know how long I've been on a Fed watch list. I've been on watch list probably since shit. Grade school or some shit. Trust me. They are watching you, bro. I used to laugh because you niggas would be around me admitting to stuff and doing stuff with me sitting right there. I'm like, these clowns don't know. Everything that you say is going to get recorded. Every time you threaten me, somebody's going to come see you for threatening me. But guess what now, bud? I'm going to do what you guys did to Gervonta. Since I have enough money and enough time on my hands now, where I really don't have to worry about how many views I get. I appreciate the super chats and cash apps because it allows me to go golfing. It allows me to buy my little sip of this, my little smoke of that. But other than that, I don't really, thank God, I'm in a situation where I can do this for fun now. And since I'm in a situation where I can talk boxing only for fun and I don't have to worry about my livelihood or anything like that, I don't have to worry about the big colleges I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to do to you, bud, what you guys did to Gervonta. I am going to expose you, bud, and I'm going to expose you on a very big stage, and I'm going to expose you very blatantly. Nobody should trust a drug test from VADA. Nobody. Nobody should trust a drug test like VADA. You sound like the police? Do me a favor. Think of me as the police. Do me a favor. If it makes it simple to you, think of me as the police. Think of me as somebody that if you're stupid enough to try to threaten, that you're going to get contacted by somebody that's going to look at that threat and be very serious and find out whether or not you're serious about it or not. Okay? So yes, if you threaten me, you should think of yourself as like threatening, I don't know, a senator or something. Probably not a policeman, more like a U.S. senator. Okay, because you can get away with saying some shit to a cop, maybe, but you should think of me as more like you're threatening a U.S. senator. If you threaten me, people are going to go look into that threat, bro, because they look out for my security. Okay, that's the most I can say. That's the most I will say. But I've told you that for a long time. Well, the first time Bill Haney said he wanted to do something to me, I said, Bill Haney can do whatever he wanted to do. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm secluded. Seriously, man, I'm secluded. You're not going to touch me. I'm secluded. I've been secluded for years. I've had death threats for years. I've had people want to get rid of me. I mean, all my life, pretty much. All my life. You know? So I've been secluded. You niggas can't touch me. I've been secluded. I've been secluded. I told you niggas, I'm secluded. If you walk up on me, bro, trust me, you got 50, 60 people looking at you, dog. I mean, when I'm telling you got 50, 60 people looking at you, they're looking right at you. Like for real, with things on you. So you can wonder why these niggas keep talking crap about me, but I can be loose-tongued. I can be as loose-tongued as I want to be because you guys can't touch me. You can't touch my money. You can't touch my body. You can't touch my mind. No, I'm not. What do you mean stop acting like that? I'm not acting like shit. I'm telling you the truth. Everybody knows what Bill Haney said he was going to do to me. Everybody knows what Bill Haney said he was going to do to me. Bill Haney couldn't do shit to me. Jeff, you remember when Jeff Mayweather? Oh, let me put it in real fashion. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember when Jeff Mayweather said, if anything happens to me, it's Bill Haney. That's what Jeff Mayweather said. Jeff Mayweather said, you must not know, nigga. Exactly. You must not know. Red Arrow. I'm not stopping shit, bro. I'm going to take a bet here. I'll bet any one of you niggas. You can try to come get me. Please do. Like, I really mean this at the bottom of my heart. If you truly think that you can do damage to me, I want you to do that damage to me. If you really think you can do damage to me, any of you supporters that are mad and you support Bud and you think I'm fucking up Bud's money, if you think I'm fucking up Turkey Al-Sheikh's money by exposing what 2 Cent and the boxing outlet already exposed, they just did all the work and convinced me. You got to go deal with 2 Cent. Go deal with the boxing outlet that laid all that shit out. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. But just do me a favor, and I really mean this. Any one of you big supporters of Bud, any one of you big supporters of Turkey Al-Sheikh, just do me a favor. Come and get me. Just do something to me. Seriously. Don't mind at all if you try. And I actually would love it if you would. Because that way we can get rid of you niggas real quick. That way we'll get rid of you niggas real quick. Please do. I'm not afraid of it. I'm welcoming it. Because I know I'm making you mad right now. I know I am. Bud is a fallacy. Let me get back to this. Bud is I'm going to say something that's going to piss you off. Bud was created by good matchmaking. He's a talented fighter that nobody wanted to sign. He was a very talented fighter in the amateurs. He wasn't the top amateur, but he was a very good fighter that nobody wanted to sign. Mikey Garcia told Bob Arum to look at him. He goes with Bob Arum. He gets match made like Bob Arum does with everybody. He gets his championship. He gets his title. He becomes very, very, what can you say? Entitled. Bud becomes very, very entitled. Demanding more money, demanding more money, demanding more money. All the way up until Bob Arum gets so sick of him that he says, go away. I can't lose no more money on you. He talks about fighting Errol. As soon as Errol says that he's too light in the ass, he hooks up with Victor Conte. And now he's dealing with the biggest cheater in the history of sports, Victor Conte. Let me repeat. He goes with the biggest cheater in the history of sports. Bro, let me tell you something, man. You niggas could not touch me to save your lives. Okay? You couldn't touch me to save your lives. I'm telling you. And I ain't part of no mob. I'm not part of the mob. I'm not part of the mafia. I'm not part of none of that. I'm part of something that you niggas don't understand. I'm part of something you guys don't understand. Obviously something you don't understand. But anyway, keep on coming. That's what I keep asking you to do it. Keep doing it. I'm trying to fuck your money up, bud. Come get me. For fucking up your money and your image, bud. Because I swear I'm going to do a very long feature film on your cheating, bro. I'm going to get a long one done. Don't forget about Daniel Kinahan. No, I'm not forgetting about Daniel. I told Daniel Kinahan. Look, bro. I'm not Martin Luther King, nigga. I ain't no preacher. MLK, and look, watch. MLK got touched. Nigga, I ain't no preacher. I ain't MLK. What? What the fuck do I look? Do I look like an MLK to you? I ain't no preacher, nigga. I'm not standing up. I'm not no preacher. What you talking about? I'm not no preacher. Of course he got touched. He's a preacher. I'm not a preacher. DB, I ain't calming down shit. Beat it, nigga. I'm not calming down shit. I'm telling you niggas straight to your face and I'm being honest about it. Okay? I'm not calming down on shit. I'm telling you straight to their face so everybody knows. Okay? I'm letting you know. Fuck Bud. Bud is a cheater. I am convinced Bud is a cheater. As a result of this, I am not going to allow Bud to continue this concocted noise that they're spending all this money on to create this mega fight, which is really nothing but two fucking duck artists. They're two duck artists. When you get on steroids and you cheat, you're a duck artist because you didn't want to fight that man fair. You ducked a fair fight. You're a fucking duck. If you get caught on drugs, you get caught with gloves, pad coming out your gloves, you're a fucking cheat. You're a 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 cheat. If you're a cheat, you're a duck. No, look, Bud duck boots. No, you know what Bud did? Bud framed boots for a duck. That's what Bud did. Bud framed. You know what I really think? I really think that Bill Haney got with Bud when he realized that Devin Haney isn't the real deal. Let me lay a conspiracy theory for you bums. Dude, I don't give a fuck about you, nigga. Beat it. Russell Wilson. Listen to this shit. He comes up here with the name Russell Wilson, the football player. Yeah, I'm so concerned for you. Oh, I'm so concerned. No, bro, I'm not going nuts. You niggas can try to paint this shit any way you want, bro. I am literally telling you, fuck you, Turkey. And I'm doing the same thing that I did to Daniel Kinahan. I'm doing it to Turkey. Everybody knows that I got into it with Daniel Kinahan. I got into it with Daniel Kinahan. Daniel Kinahan and me spoke through a third party, and I told Daniel Kinahan that he was not going to do any business in the Western Hemisphere without me. Guess what happened to Daniel Kinahan? Daniel Kinahan has not done any business in the Western Hemisphere since me and him had that argument. You can check the facts. It's the truth. I connected with Daniel Kinahan through a third party who shall remain nameless for this video. Daniel Kinahan told me that he liked my energy. I told Daniel Kinahan that I liked his energy. And then he and I started working on something together. He and I started working on getting fighters signed to MTK Global. That's what I was doing. I met with several young boxers and I got them interviews to be signed by MTK Global Boxing. They did not give me what they promised to give me. This is the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Daniel Kinahan did not give me what he said he was going to give me. I said I would support him provided he let fighters that I wanted to get signed to be signed by MTK Global. That's what I said to Daniel Kinahan through a third party. They refused to sign the fighters. So I told them no more fights in the Western Hemisphere. And guess what happened? MTK Global and Daniel Kinahan got thrown out of the United States. They tried to come back through Probellum. Probellum got thrown out. They shut all that. And guess what? In fact, MTK Global got shut down worldwide after that. Why did your likes go from 150 to 7? Bro, beat it, nigga. You guys think this, you know what's funny to me, bro? What is this? You guys think this YouTube is real, bro. You think this YouTube shit is real, bro. It's no. MTK Global, no, MTK Global is not TKO. MTK Global is not TKO. No, it is not. No, it is not. TKO is owned by Endeavor. TKO is owned by Endeavor. Daniel Kinahan does not work with Endeavor. I guarantee you Daniel Kinahan does not work with Endeavor because Daniel Kinahan is Irish and Endeavor is Jewish. Those two things don't mix. Daniel Kinahan is not going to work with Ari Emanuel or Rami Emanuel. No, seriously, Rami Emanuel is I know the owners. I know the owners. Rami Emanuel and Ari Emanuel, the Emanuel family. Those they are Jewish. They're not fucking with the IRA. Daniel Kinahan is the IRA. That's the Irish Republican Army. When you're talking about Daniel Kinahan, you're talking about the Irish Republican Army. That's who you're talking about. That faction, whether it's broken up or not. Everything good, Papa Gun. What up, man? We'll get an update today. He said, man, that man been cheating since EJ. Bro got big as hell out of nowhere. Hey, thank you, Robert Black. Robert Blackshear said, you're the best in the business. I've been watching you for a while. Appreciate you. That's family right there. I'm just telling you, bro. No, the Irish, no, they're Jews. No, they're Jews. Ari Emanuel is Jewish. Ari Emanuel and Rami Emanuel are Jewish. They're definitely not going to be fucking around with Daniel Kinahan. Hell no. No. They would do business with yeah, I just think Daniel Kinahan's out. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I see you, brother. I see you, Robert Blackshear. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, dog. No, for real, I'm telling you the truth. Seriously, you don't remember? Man, these dudes, let me put it this way. Whole bunch of people have wound up dead on YouTube, bro. Like, they don't want to talk about the fact that Batman got shot. Tito Ortiz got killed. Dude, these people are out here doing dirty shit, man. Like, they really are. These people are real people that will really do harm, bro. Royalty Travel says, I said that Snack Spence was something we've never seen before. He never performed like that ever. Conti had a heavy influence in that fight. Royalty Travel. Shout out to Royalty Travel. Oh, and by the way, dog, you should think of me more as royalty, bro. Like, think of me as like deposed royalty. Like my great-great-granddaddy was a king somewhere in Greece. Seriously, the Europeans, they don't really fuck around with certain bloodlines, bro. Really, really, truly. And my bloodline is very, very old. Very old, bro. Goes all the way back past Alexander the Great. I've always been very proud of my Greek heritage, bro. No, dude, I'm very wealthy, bro. Theo, y'all watching A Broken Man right now? How so? How so? Martin, watch the Ndungo face. I will do. How do I sound broken, bro? Because you don't believe me? Dog, everything I say will come to pass. How about that? Theo, how about everything that I say will come to pass? If I give you a prediction, no, I'm not worried about Bud. I'm attacking Bud. No, Theo, I'm attacking Bud for a reason. I want everybody to know Bud Crawford is a fraud and a cheat. I want everybody to know Bud Crawford is a fraud and a cheat. I have reached that conclusion. I believe that. And I think that that is a public service announcement that needs to come out because we're sick of seeing this. If people, since the WBA won't even suspend somebody that tested positive for steroids. They overturned the fight, give him a 2-year pass. That's all they did. No, I'm going to stand up for boxing right now. When he beats Canelo, we're going to say he juiced. What do you think? When he beats Canelo, we're going to say that he juiced, Bud. See, that's a Bud line right there. When I beat Canelo, what you going to say? See, this is how I know it's Bud right here. See, this is why I think it's Bud right here. Because he said, when I beat Canelo, what's going to be said? That's the same comment that he always says. What he beats Bud, if he beats Canelo, I'm going to say he's a fucking juice monster because he put on 20 pounds to get there. Okay? I don't care about the outcome of the fight. He may very well turn out and get knocked out. I'm telling you right now. Man, fuck out of here. Yeah, that's what I thought, bro. You are reading a broken man. You're broken. Get help, man. Theo, you need to go find help for yourself. You probably haven't accomplished a lot in your life because you focus on what other people think. You are a Bud bot. Fuck Bud. I don't owe shit to Bud. I owe shit to boxing. And I owe it to other boxers in the future to talk about this shit so maybe one day you guys will stop it and you will have a fair fight. Maybe you'll have a fair fight like you had against Madmarov. When Madmarov wouldn't let you have your magic gloves. And then all of a sudden it went the distance because you weren't able to pick it up on him and hit him with that shit. Called Bud Juice World. I'm just telling you, that's what the fuck I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him a juice monster because that's what I think he is. Spence didn't take the fight with Fundora because of politics. No, honestly, I don't think Spence needs to fight him, bro. Measly Martin. I'm serious, man. All you bug niggas got to go. Like, no, that's what I'm going to tell you. He said, chill, my nigga, Juice World. Did I say Juice World? I mean, shit, that's what the fuck he's going to call it, nigga, Juice World. They need a sponsorship from Juice World. Juicy J is what I'm going to call his ass. And then you're going to see him years later. Then you're going to see the nigga years later with some fucking health problems and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas want to know if he beats Canelo, I'm going to call him a juice monster is what I'm going to call him. Because the dude is out there pumping up 20 pounds, man. Come on, yeah, Tropicana Bud. A Q Bud got that juice. Look, man. How many times do we got to see cats go up in weight? I mean, I don't care where they are. All of a sudden, they put on 15, 20 pounds of fucking muscle, bro. LeBron James is the poster child for that shit. Man, LeBron James ain't no way, bro. Man, between juicing and what do? It's a combination of juicing and low. What do they call this shit when you only play so much in the NBA? Load management. It's called juicing and load management. That's what Bud does. Bud's ass. Hell no, I'm adding LeBron's ass. Hell no. Why don't you tell Vada to test? You're not a very bright guy. Vada is run by the same guy that Bud is working with to put on the 20 pounds. Bud is working with an inside consultant to Vada. Why would I tell Bud to test? I ain't telling none of you niggas to test because the test ain't worth nothing. The test isn't worth anything, man. The test isn't worth anything. Then you go, have you not gathered that yet? That the test isn't worth anything? Let me put a link in the chat for the last half hour, bro. Exactly. Conti funded and co-founded Vada and is a drug cheat working with Terence Crawford on strength and conditioning. This is the easiest case to crack that there is. So tell Bud to go to a clinic and get tested. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, tell Bud to get independent water testing. That nigga said juice management. He said, honestly, to think of it, that's why Bud avoided a tune-up because it avoids testing. Dude, that's what Errol said, bro. Errol said a dude can sit out for 2 years. The dude can basically juice up for 2 years. Bud, you're a 135-pounder, dog. Who are you going to fight? Alexander Usyk next? No, seriously, I want to know what's next for Bud. Alexander Usyk, Is he going to be able to move up and fight Alexander Usyk next? Because, I mean, that's the next one, bud. Why don't you just see if they can get you all the way? See if they can extract some rhino testicles and get you all the way. Not sure, but they say Vic is the one that gets the test. Look, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Victor Conte wasn't literally getting bottles of dirty piss and replacing the shit and sending it in himself. I'm telling you, I think his shit is low rent, low budget, and his lies are high cost and high budget. I don't trust Victor Conte, so I don't trust Bud, and I don't trust Devin Haney. Sid H said it's Bud, Juice Packs, Crawford. I'm telling you, I think he's trying to cheat Canelo. That's my personal take on the matter, is I think he's trying to cheat Canelo. That's what I think. Track said, oh, sorry. Oh, Track Life said, keep preaching the truth. Track Life will know. Man, that's some sick shit to have a nigga. Man. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to tell you, that's what they're going to do. Fucking fight Usyk next off some rhino testicles. Yeah, nigga need to go to Juice Anonymous. Look, man, and this is all my opinion. So Bam's on pads. Why do you try this shit? Why do you try this shit? Why do you try that? Why do you try that? Why do you try that? That is not even related to what we're talking about. Why do you try that? Let me tell you this. If Jaron Ennis gloves bust in the ring 2 times, and then he hires Victor Conte as a personal trainer, and he goes up to 168 pounds, then yes, if Jaron Ennis turns 35, he turns 34 years old, and then he's with Victor Conte and he puts on 20 pounds of muscle, absolutely positively, I will think Jaron Ennis is juicing. Bud, Nuke the Duke said Bud is the biggest is the juiciest nigga in Nebraska. Devon Peds still pillow-fisted. He may be more pillow-fisted if he wasn't on Peds. How do you know that this nigga would have had? He may be super pillow-fisted without him, and then you don't know. His enhancement may be enhanced. He could just suck. Bud is the real deal. That's why I think that's why Bill switched to that's why they took all the energy and Bill started being a de facto promoter for Bud. Because Bud is the real deal and they can put their echo chambers and all that shit behind Bud. Hey, is the LDBC behind Bud and Canelo? Because if they're behind Bud and Canelo, all has been lost in the world. Devin's gloves didn't break. His jaw did, though. No, seriously. If he's working with Victor Conte and Victor Conte makes him go up 20 pounds at the age of 35, if he can gain 20 pounds of muscle at the age of 25, then I'll think he's cheating. If I'm telling you honestly, I'm a huge Gervonta Davis fan. If Gervonta Davis's gloves both bust, Gervonta Davis's both of his gloves bust, and then he jumps up all of a sudden from 135 up to 154, and he starts cracking people out at 154. Yeah. I would. I'm okay. I'm okay with the 248. I know people like to chat. Please hit the like button, though. He shouldn't be working with a known drug cheat. Look, if you work with the drug cheat, you get to be suspected. That's just that simple. If you're working with Victor Conte, you should be under suspicion. It's this fair. It's a very, very fair thing, and that's equal across the board. Shakur Stevenson, Jaron Ennis, Name everybody that works with Victor Conte in physical conditioning, and without a doubt, they're suspicious. However, I won't say they're suspicious as Bud is, because I haven't seen him put 20 pounds of muscle on at the age of 35. I've not seen him at 35 years old put on 20 pounds of muscle. I haven't. And they may just pay good money for snack ads. He said, nah, Boots didn't give Victor blood. I'm telling you, bro. Victor caught cancer for a reason. Victor caught cancer for a reason. Let's put it that way. You guys are going to need to catch you a new steroid dealer, bro. Because Victor's on the way out, bro. Victor made a big mistake, bro, and talked crazy to some people that he shouldn't have talked crazy to. And he caught cancer. Yeah, Victor caught cancer. Yes, he did. Whether it's real or not, I don't know. Dre Dugan. Yes, I do. Dre Dugan. Do I think Pac-Man was on juice? Yes, I do. Absolutely, I do. Do I know for sure Spit Bucket Podcast? No, I don't know for sure. So I won't say that I know for sure. So I will say that, oh, I definitely believe so. Bud been hanging out with Jane Goodall. Hell yeah, man. He got that gorilla shit on him, man. You know, I don't think people realize a snack is what Balco was back then, a supplement front. It is. I mean, look, that's what I believe it is. Here's a link. I got 20 more minutes, though. Ooh, I didn't even get the link. You can be on here. Nah, he going to be deceased next year because he fucking around with people, dog. No joke, bro. Let me tell you something, man. Can I tell you? All right, I got to explain something, man. Have you ever heard? All right, before you jump on 2 Cent, let me give you some Mafia trivia. I'm going to give you guys some Mafia trivia if you're ready for some Mafia trivia. They won't join the money. I'm only taking people that I know. Von Flo, I'm only taking people that I know. Real quick, let me tell you something about The Godfather. If y'all saw, and I see you 2 Cent, but let me just do this real fast. You remember in The Godfather when Don Corleone was at that big table meeting and he was trying to get Michael Corleone back from Italy? If you remember that scene, Put a 1 in the chat if you remember that scene, because then I'm going to talk to Victor Conte. Tell me if you remember that scene. The scene. Because The Godfather said, I will forgive the death of my son. Right? He said he will forgive. Man, you better suck a dick, you fucking fag. Ban. Fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck you here for boxing. Nigga, go away. I'm not talking to you. I'm not buddying with you, nigga. You're not getting up here to talk crazy. None of that shit. Take your fucking homosexual, raggedy ass the fuck out my face, nigga. Sorry. We there? Oh, hold on. Let me bring these up. Tell me when you can hear me again. I'm going to tell you this story and I'll let y'all cook.
We can hear you.
Yeah. Here for boxing, you will never speak to me, man. You deal with the sweat you getting in Philly, nigga. Don't try to jump up in here and make friends with me to try to get me to talk to you, bro. You go deal with that bullshit you got going on in Philly, nigga, because I know you got some bullshit going on. See you later. All right, so this is my mafia theory just for fun. When he said, The Godfather said, if my son gets hit with a bolt of lightning, if he should get put, remember when they put the Godfather in the hospital and they tried to kill him in the hospital? That's going to be Victor Conte's pancreatic cancer. Because trust you me, these niggas are real pissed at Victor Conti, bro. Real pissed at Victor Conti. Because Victor Conti tried to do some shit Victor Conti shouldn't have been doing, which is doing what? Cheating people out of money. Victor Conti fucking around with the steroid shit, and all these other dudes playing around with gloves, playing around. You got fighters getting doped going into rings. You guys got too cute with people's money in Vegas. Do I believe Victor Conti got cancer? Oh, I believe he got cancer. Is it pancreatic? I just think his ass is on a TikTok, nigga, unless you get your shit right. And then maybe, miraculously, you'll get your ass out that stage 5 pancreatic cancer. I don't believe it. I believe it's that nigga's way of getting some sympathy because he got motherfuckers with real heat on his ass. Because the only way Victor Conti can do the shit that he can do is through organized crime. He can't get those steroids in. He can't get steroids from Mexico in the country. He doesn't work with the cartel. He doesn't work for the cartels. He only works with the cartels. And with all of this shit he's doing, putting his name out there, making these niggas look bad and having all this juice be this obvious, you're starting to draw a lot of attention from the feds, you snitch. So no, I don't believe you getting cancer, bro. I believe your ass is about to get you getting a case of about to get canceled. That's what I think. Anyway, let me let y'all cook. Go ahead, man.
I just wanted to say this to you real quick, Fanon. When you watch that Ndongo face-off, watch how Bomac calls a ruckus on the stage. He has an envelope in his hand. They cause a ruckus on the stage. They pushing each other. He drops the envelope, and then the ruckus pass, and then you see Ndongo's trainer with the envelope. So I want you to go back and watch that face off, so you could see that it's very peculiar.
Like he dropped an envelope.
Yes.
Like check.
Yes.
Hey, wait. Ndongo, is that one that he dropped? He stopped doing with that body shot in round 2.
Are you there? 2 Cent. 2 Cent. You muted yourself. She muted herself. I don't know. I mean, I'll go back. Actually, you know what? I can look right now.
My bad, y'all. I had a call.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm gonna look right now.
Yeah, and Ndongo, that was the one where the dude was, I think, a southpaw as well. And he stopped him with the body shot in like round 2, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my coach and a few of our fighters went to that fight. They was out there that night.
Terence Crawford versus Ndongo.
Yeah,
man,
Julius Ndongo.
Hey, man, you guys gotta subscribe to 2 Cent, bro. You gotta 2 Cent. Put it in there. Your link in there again. Okay, it's a free fight. They don't start. I have to go. Is it after the face-off? 2 Cent?
I look like she dropped off.
Oh yeah, she did. Okay, what are you cooking on?
Yeah, I was gonna say just real quick, like that whole thing with Bud, like, shoot, if you wanted to put on some muscle, you should have got that dude's name. I think his name was like Brad Bose or something, like Bosley or something like that. He the dude that worked with Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man. He had Robert Downey Jr. put on 25 pounds of muscle in 4 weeks. Like he the dude, or not 4 weeks, but 4 months. It was like what, 12, like 9 or 12 weeks or something like that. So that was like after he had done that first Sherlock Holmes movie, and he was coming back for Iron Man 2. That he done dropped like, I think 30, 60 pounds or something to go ahead and play Sherlock Holmes, because you remember he was real scrawny and that shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
But he had to put on 25 pounds of muscle by the time he was done with Sherlock Holmes to go ahead and shoot Iron Man 2. And Brad Bose was the one to work with. Like, I don't know what the hell that man was putting in there, but like, shoot, that must be the same stuff that that Victor Conte doing, except in a different way. So like, it's weird. Like Bud signing up with Snake, and on top of that, he not taking no tune-ups. Like think about this, the only fight he's had since Spence is Mandermo. He's not having no tune-ups. So it's like, okay, less fights equals less testing. And if you wanted to go ahead and try to get away with something, minimizing the amount of testing that you're doing would eliminate, the amount of times you got to cycle off it and try to get ready. That's a big if. So that's why for me, like this whole thing just ain't adding up. Because I'm saying like, if Bud go in there and he's hitting Canelo, and Canelo looking like he got hit by the same brick that Craig hit Debo with. If that's how he's responding to Bud's punches, then you're gonna have to look at something because I don't know how many people up in here like for real for real. If we go up in there and Canelo's getting hurt because Canelo don't took shots from Golovkin, so you're gonna have to tell me that Bud hit harder than Golovkin, hit harder than Bivol, hit harder than Sergey Kovalev, hit harder than Danny Jacobs, and all these other dudes that Canelo done fought up there at 168 and above. You're gonna have to tell me that Bud hit harder than them if he ended up hurting Canelo. Because other than that, like, hey, like you're gonna have to go ahead and say that something is suspicious. Like if that shit happens, if it plays out that way, because there's a whole bunch of people from the Bud Buddies camp saying that, yeah, don't be surprised if Bud stops Canelo. Like they already know something is up. Like, bro, if he stopped Canelo from
Shit,
anything other than a
everybody
well
knows
placed.
something's up. Hold on. Everybody knows something's up. This shit is so plain in everybody's fucking face. Everybody knows something's up. The nigga went from 147 to 168 in one fucking fight. And he got a goddamn turtle bag. Like, fuck up out of here. I'm sorry, I get excited sometimes. But this shit is so in everybody's face, bro, that the only reason that somebody's not saying about the shit is because they're embarrassed that they'll get made fun of by some fucking trolls for saying it. That's it. The only reason anybody going to say it is one or two reasons. Either they really like Bud or they're afraid of the fucking pushback that's going to come if they say it. That's it. Everybody, you all fucking know what's going on.
That's the craziest thing about it, because like, man, if it's from anything other than a well placed liver shot or a shot to the solar plexus, because man, it don't matter. You just got to catch somebody at the right time. If it ain't from one of them two, and he just out there blooding in and battering Canelo, man, I don't want to hear nobody defend that shit. And that's all I had to say. Like, if it come down to that, then yeah, like they crazy. They still believe it.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm blocking super some niggas just right away. They're like,
Yep.
boxing, big motion boxing, get the fuck on. How in the world could you possibly say that it's the same thing as saying Lamont Roach moved up one weight class? Lamont Roach moved up. First of all, Lamont Roach is already bigger than Gervonta. 130 to 135 is 5 pounds. Thinking it's the same thing. It's 2 cents. You don't have to put it in the link. It's already in the pin. It's pinned to the comment. Oh, that's the link to the video. Oh, okay, cool. All right, go ahead. Come on. What's on your mind, y'all?
Yeah, I'll catch y'all later. I'm still listening in.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
They coordinating these fights. What's up, come on?
Yeah, before I begin, can I go ahead and get a 10 count for Hall of Fame Cubs star Ryan Sandberg, died at age 65. 10 count, Ryan Sandberg, Cubs legend Hall of Famer.
Hold on. Ryan Sandberg died? God dang, this young. He's not that old. He's 68?
He's 65. And the life expectancy in America is 75. So he lived less than 10 years under the life expectancy, unfortunately.
Man, moment of silence for one of my favorite. Ryan Sandberg is a great picture for the Chicago Cubs. Man, that hits home, man. Shout out to everybody in Chicago. Ryan Sandberg is definitely a legend. Ryan Sandberg. Wow, Ryan Sandberg.
Yep.
I gotta go check on my guy Andre Dawson, man. Make sure Andre Dawson's good now. Wow.
Yeah, make sure, because Sandberg was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2024. I remember him. Like, you guys get your prostate cancer checked out, get everything screened. Period. Even if they don't want to give it to you, get screened. Remember, Chadwick Boseman died of cancer at age 34, and these days people are getting heart issues, even if they're healthy and runners. They're getting cancer at younger ages, when they say to check for colonoscopy and all that, get checked, because that stuff sometimes with some people in our bodies, it doesn't appear until it's like too late, till it's at the terminal stage, unfortunately. So, yeah, get that checked.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I wanted to say this, Fanon, about this whole thing. Did you see that article I sent you on Dave Higgins, who's Parker's promoter, saying that they hope to have the Parker Usyk fight done by the end of the year?
I did.
I hope they do it, man. I really hope that Usyk does his own thing with Parker, works with Parker independently. I don't know how much money will be on the table for it, but to me, it's just ridiculous and symptomatic of the problems with Turkey, where he's picking and choosing which fights to pursue and really just blocking ones that are really good. The only question left unanswered for Usyk at heavyweight right now among his contemporaries is the Parker fight. I mean, I guess he could fight Zhili Zhang, but Zhang lost his last fight, or maybe Ajit Kabayel, but Ajit Kabayel's not in a mandatory slot. So let's make the Parker fight. Parker's looked good in recent outings. He's in a run of form, very active, works with Andy Lee. Let's make that fight. And then one last thing, Fanon. I sent you a cool article just now. Barcelona, the soccer team, is partnering with Mamba Mentality for their new away jersey. Once again, Kobe Bryant is proof that legends never die. He is someone who is still generating interest, love, and support from beyond the grave. Because I don't know if you remember those scenes from Fanon, from not just the NBA when his passing was announced, but in tennis, in the Australian Open, when people like Nick Kyrgios and others were in tears for Kobe.
Yeah.
And women's soccer players, men's soccer players were in tears for Kobe. 5 years after this guy's death, this legend's death, his Mamba Mentality is now outfitting one of soccer and actually the international sports arenas major teams. If y'all don't know about El Clasico between Barcelona and Real Madrid, you don't know anything. Time stops whenever Barcelona and Real Madrid play all around the world, really except in the United States, but now we're getting more into it. So Kobe and that Mamba mentality, that is a true legend. That is not some concocted guy that the NBA had to change rules for, who whined and complained and flopped, who wouldn't have done anything if he was in the era of Moses Malone or in the era of the Chief, of any of those guys. That is Kobe Bryant. That is a true legend. And
Who's the chief
Kobe,
again? Who's the chief again?
Robert Parrish, the Chief.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Go
so
ahead,
you, so you got Princess James flopping all around the court, whining about Draymond Green getting him suspended. But if he had been in the league with the Chief Robert Parrish, if he'd been in the league with those bad boy Pistons, if he had been in the league demanding rule changes, and the NBA would not have complied with him because they would have had a real NBA commissioner, not this joke of a puppet of the Chinese Communist Party that they have right now. So I'll end with this, Fanon.
Yes, sir.
See that article I sent on that Mamba mentality. You guys know what a real legend is. Rest in peace to the great Ryan Sandberg. Without him out, deuces.
Deuces, brother. I love the Kamal section of this show. I love the Kamal section of this show. Man, look. Kamal's 100% right, man. You guys are trying to concoct stars in boxing. And whenever one rises naturally, you try to suppress them. Because you guys want to be the ones that determine who the stars are. Because you guys want to be the ones that are making the money. It's a simple calculation. You would rather these guys fail at becoming superstars so they can fail alongside the people, so they can fail while you fail. You want to say specifically who this guy is going to be from birth. Bill Haney could plan his son's life, but you can't. The problem is when you start trying to plan everybody else's life around your son. Let me repeat. When you are trying to control your son and do everything to make your son great, that's fine. But when you start doing things to other people, to diminish other people's abilities to achieve their goals, and so that your son can clear through, you guys are helicopter dads. You guys are cheaters. Bill Haney reminds me of this mother. Watch this shit. Before my daughter played this tennis player one time, actually played a girl in tennis one time, and before the tennis player, before my daughter even played the girl's mother went to the tennis director to complain about my daughter and how much time my daughter was taking in between points. She complained about it ahead of the actual match. I was there listening to it because the lady was looking, I heard somebody complain. I followed them, and the lady was like, and then the person actually said something to me. Like, there was a complaint about your daughter taking too much time. I was like, hold on. You got the lady that my daughter's about to play complaining about my daughter before the match even starts? So you're trying to get my daughter, she's trying to get my daughter penalized and warned before the fight starts so that she can get in my daughter's head. And no, we're not even going to allow. And I was like, fuck no, you can't tell my daughter nothing. You can complain about it if she actually does it. You can't complain about it ahead of time. So what is that called? That's called gaslighting my daughter. The opponent's mother tried to gaslight my daughter, or mental warfare, by going to the officials before my daughter even played. That's what some of these, I'm telling you, that's what they do. That's how bad people cheat. So that's what they're doing to Gervonta. They badmouth Gervonta, badmouth Gervonta, badmouth Gervonta, badmouth Gervonta. Absolutely, positively. Oh, by the way, PBC, I don't want your content. Just so you know. You put a stipulation on me, bro, I'm good. I don't need it, dog. Trust me. Just to the PBC. If you want to know, I got no beef with the PBC. But I am going to tell the PBC because I know y'all are listening. I don't appreciate that shit. I'm going to tell you to the PBC directly, bro. I don't appreciate that shit. I got that note. I don't appreciate that shit. Okay? You guys struck a deal with me. You said it was good. You fucked me over. And then now you want to make up and try to correct it? I just don't want to do business with you then. Not that I'll continue to speak well of you guys and all of that stuff, but I'm going to tell you because I know you guys are having conversations with me. That's why I'm not doing it. That's why I don't want to talk to fighters. That's why I don't want to do anything, because shit like that happens. And when shit happens like that, I don't want to fuck with you. No joke. It's better for me and you not to do business if you have to put stipulations on me. And I mean that, and I'm saying that ahead of time, directly. Is that when they pulled the live? Yeah, that's when they pulled the live. Because they claim I got a copyright claim from the PBC, even though the PBC had said that I had rights to it. So now I don't feel like doing it. You know what I mean? It just kind of took the fun out of it. You know? But it's okay. Yeah, that's what happened. And then they took away all the claims. And so, yeah, I was pissed. Yeah, but they fucked me over. They did. Yeah, they kind of fucked me over. Because they could have complained about it after the fact. They didn't have to do the shit during the live stream. So if you guys think that I'm some PBC shill, I'm not some PBC shill. If you do funny business with me, I don't want to do business with you. Period. Yeah, it was a great live. I was having a blast. But the live was, I didn't even show their shit for over 10 minutes. But anyway, it is what it is. Dan, I don't blame you. That's crazy. It's just, but like you said, it's out there gaslighting. I don't blame you about doing whatever you have to do for your daughter, Fanon. Yeah, it's bad business, bro. They did bad business with me. So I don't want to do business with them. So therefore, I'm done. Like, for real, I am not going to hold back anymore. Because I always wanted to do some type of business with the PBC. But when they pulled my live in the middle of my live, I don't want to work with you anymore. I don't, because I believe that was purposeful. Because there is no way it should have got flagged. No way it should have got flagged. So they want me to, so nah, I can't do it no more. And I want to let you guys know I didn't appreciate that. You know, I support you guys a lot. And sometimes the PBC, here's the thing too. But Vi Ferrer, watch this shit. I don't support the PBC. I support the truth. I don't support the PBC. Like, I mean, I support them as I buy their fights and I do that. But, dude, I'm not going to talk about Abel Ramos if I don't want to talk about Abel Ramos. You know what I mean? I'm not going to talk about, I don't talk about a lot of the things that they like me to talk about, I would suspect. You know what I mean? But they're really good people. I mean, I know they got a great business and that's their content and they don't want somebody overusing their content. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who owns the PBC. Personally, I think it was Floyd Mayweather. Personally. The reason why I think it was Floyd Mayweather is because none of Floyd Mayweather's fights are available on the PBC. Floyd didn't make any of his own personal fights available. I don't think Floyd Mayweather likes me much. So truth be told, I think Floyd did that to me. No, I think it was Floyd Mayweather. That's who I suspect. I suspect Floyd Mayweather because I know Floyd Mayweather has an ownership part in the PBC, and I know that there's certain people around Floyd don't fuck with me. So they try. So what I think happened is that there was it was a lot of stress because they want to do business with me, but Floyd doesn't. That if I had to guess, Floyd doesn't want to do business with me. So, but Floyd, I know why Floyd doesn't want to do business with me because Floyd fucks with Opio. You know, but the fact that Floyd fucks with Opio means Floyd is in some fucking trouble. No, I'm trying to tell you, bro, that's what I think happened. Ben Sanders said Floyd team got my channel took down. Like I'm telling you, that's who I suspect. I think that's Floyd Mayweather Jr. that did that to me. I'm almost 100% sure. You know why? Because I said Muhammad Ali will whoop his little ass. And you know what it is? He associates me. Well, let me put it this way. Floyd Mayweather Jr. associates me with Muhammad Ali. And he doesn't like Muhammad Ali, so therefore he doesn't like me. That's the problem Floyd Mayweather Jr. has with me. No, because I like Muhammad Ali. Because I like Muhammad Ali, and I don't like that little bitch nigga that hangs out with him. He hangs out with this little bitch nigga named Opio. And I don't fuck with Opio. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a goddamn job on Opio. Not only do I not fuck with Opio, I'm going to do a fucking job on Opio. Okay? Like, I'm going to make a fucking example with him over the course of his fucking life with that nigga around him. I'm telling you, I'm going to talk to y'all like we sitting in a room, bro. I'm going to do a job on that nigga's boy, something fucking nasty. Okay? Because these niggas act like because Floyd think he got Chicago muscle. Floyd don't got no Chicago muscle because that little nigga ain't got no Chicago muscle. Okay? So these niggas, yeah, that's crazy because Ali's truly the greatest. Yeah, they associate me with Muhammad Ali. For whatever reason, he associates me with Muhammad Ali. Because I will tell you in a minute that Floyd Mayweather Jr. ain't got shit on Muhammad Ali. Nothing. Exactly. Mayweather wouldn't have moved up and fought no damn Hagler. Not a chance. And by the way, he's never had to fight somebody who's going to knock him out with one punch. Except for Shane Mosley, who almost knocked his ass out with one punch. You know what I mean? Like, for real, Floyd has never fought a one-punch knockout artist. Never fought a one-punch knockout artist. The closest he ever came to fighting a one-punch knockout artist was Shane Mosley. And Shane Mosley almost knocked his ass out with one punch. Floyd Mayweather Jr. could not deal with somebody that's leaning on him and punishing him and can actually crack him. He said, Mayweather hates you even more since you said Roy would dog walk him. Roy would dog walk him. He's too fucking little. Like, nigga, you too little. You're too little, nigga. You too little. You a little nigga. You just little, nigga. And man, I'm telling you, you little in every way, bro. But yeah, funny thing is about Floyd, this little bum-ass nigga named Opio used to work for my sister. This nigga wanted to meet me so bad that this nigga kept asking to meet me. And I never made it to his fight. But meanwhile, once he knew us, he got backed and he got certain fights. Who you think it was that got him out of those damn contracts with Top Rank? Who do you really think it was that kept James Prince from landing something on him, bro? I'm the only nigga that could keep Floyd Mayweather safe from fucking James Prince. Yeah, they wanted me bad, bro. Man, they wanted me bad. I'm from Chicago, bro. Nate Jones is from Chicago. Opio's from Chicago. Because you know why? Because Floyd wanted to do rap music and he signed some artists out of Chicago. We run Chicago, bro. That's who that nigga thinks he gets his muscle from, Chicago. That's why that little nigga can walk around talking all that shit. Why he got bodyguards? That nigga probably got bodyguards from Chicago. That nigga Opio's a peon, bro. Like he's a peon, dog. Your boy is a peon, dog. Opio Latham, I should have said his name. That nigga is a fucking peon, bro. He's a little peon. There's nothing to that dude. He can't do, only thing he can do is put a call into somebody. That's all he can do. And you guys think, you know how they say, all it takes is one phone call, all y'all disappear by tomorrow. All your guns is borrowed. Remember that line? Let me say it again. All it takes is one phone call. All y'all disappear by tomorrow. All your guns is borrowed. Right? Remember that line. All it takes is one phone call. All y'all disappear by tomorrow. All your guns is borrowed. Okay? This nigga is the one that can pick up the phone, but he got to call somebody. You know why? Because his guns ain't borrowed. But guess who they are? They're mine. Because all your guns is borrowed. All your guns is borrowed. Let me repeat this. All you niggas, all it takes is one phone call. All y'all disappear by tomorrow. All your guns is borrowed. But you got to understand, bro, anybody that has to make a call is a little man. Only little men got to make calls, bro. Only little men got to make calls. All my guns, I own all mine. I don't borrow nothing. All my shit is on time. All my shit is 24/7. All my shit is gold. I run the shy. We run the shy. You niggas don't run the shy. We run the shy. You know what we do. We run the shy. So you peons thinking you got something in the shy? Because look, Vegas niggas got no muscle. That's very well known. Because there's not enough people in Vegas to be able to do anything. So these guys need a whole bunch of fucking protection, bro. And they have to go to Chicago for that shit. Because New York, please, they ain't got nothing over there either. I'm telling you, all y'all disappear by tomorrow because all your guns is borrowed. If you have to make a call, little nigga, that means your shit is borrowed, bro. I don't have to make a call. You'll still disappear by tomorrow because all your guns is borrowed. Anyway, I'm up out of here, man. Hell yeah, the Biggie line like a champ, bro. Because I want to let you niggas know it's real, dog. It's real, bro. It's real. Anyway, I'm up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys so much. Hey, for the fire ass cook for 9, fuck them clowns. Thank you, bro. In case somebody else supported. Yeah, you got me. Thank y'all so much. And with that, I'm out. Deuces. Have a wonderful day. And remember, Floyd, I am not going to put up any PBC videos on my channel, bro. I'm not taking that deal. I'm done with that deal, Floyd. I'm never going to show your footage. That's enough for you to try to put some pressure on me and make any type of requirements, bro. I don't want the deal, bro. So you guys miss out on any money you would have got from me, bro. I just want to let you know, Floyd, do you have any idea how much money you blew? How much money you blew by fucking playing with me, bro? I'm not going to back you in anything you do, dog. Anyway, deuces.